The next idea is that of persist persistent persistence of existence. And with that, I mean, if you have something here and then leave it and then come back later, it is still there. This is like a fundamental idea we all have, that things has an independent existence, and over time they continue exist. Things doesn't exist and then like poof boom goes up in smoke after a while. They continue exist all the time. That's a concept that helps us understand what's going on when we are not looking at things. For instance, say we have a box here, and in that box we observe something in here. Let's say a ball or something over here at 12 o'clock. Then we go out and we do something, and we come back and look into the box again, and then we see that ball over here 1 minute later. What we do then is we do not conclude that, oh, that ball has disappeared and then there is some new ball that emerged here. That's not what we conclude. What we conclude is that somehow that ball has been moved from here to here while we was gone. That is the persistence of existence, that this object here is the same as that object here. It's the same object. It's a persistence of existence over time. And that concept makes us able to, for instance, to make a guess that at, let's say, 30 seconds past 12, the ball may have been here. It's a prediction we make. Okay? We haven't observed it, but it's a prediction we make. And you just say that we know that when we left here, that ball was in motion in that direction. And then we said, okay, we're going to make a prediction. In 30 seconds, the ball is going to be here. And then we come back and look into the box. And we see the ball over there. Then we leave it, come and make a new prediction and say, like, yeah, well, 1 minute past, the ball will be over here. We come back and check at 1 minute past, and yeah, the ball is there. What we then do is, we going to say that while we was gone, the ball has gone in this trajectory. It has moved. And we can do that with help of the assumption of persistence of existence. this is an assumption we make, that this thing continue exist while we were gone, and while we were gone it's been moving over here in this line. And the point I want to make here is that even though we haven't observed the ball in this time interval, that is, like, we have the time interval 12, so we start at 0 seconds, and then we have 30 seconds, and then we have 1 minute here. In between here, we haven't made any observations of the ball. So actually, we can't say we know what happens to the ball. But if we have the assumption that is continually existing, that it doesn't disappear and creates a new ball, then we could assume it's been moving here. That's a point I want to say. Like even though we haven't observed it, we can make a smart guess about what happened to the ball in between the observations. And it turns out that this is a quite good assumption to make, because it explains a lot of things in real life. So there is qualification for this assumption that has there is very good reason for making this assumption, because if we did not make that assumption, we would have to ask ourselves every time we like inspecting this box, where did that come from? How did it get there? And this kind of like waste of time and energy to do this. So we make this assumption, and in pre-20th century, there were, I would not say that there was never an exception to it, but like in the experience people had, there was nothing that really broke this rule about thinking about things. So that idea of persistence of existence has like kept going for like hundreds, if not thousands of years. And it also, this is interesting to notice, if you have a child and do that little game where you hide things and then show it again, you can notice expression of surprise in the child. That they don't make this assumption that things has a persistent existence. It's something they learn. It's a cultural learned thing. So what I want to say is that persistence of existence is not a natural law. It's something we assume about reality. And we have to ask ourselves if this assumption is correct or not. And it turns out in the 20th century, with the discovery physics did, it was shaking the foundation of this assumption, the persistence of existence. So not only do physicists question, like, did it really go? Did it really go this way? Did it take another way? How did it end up here? Not only that it's questioning. It also questioning is this the same ball? Or is it another ball? So the persistence of existence is in doubt. It didn't used to be it, but it is. And that's what that's a lesson we learn from quantum mechanics, that things that we have assumed to be true may not be true at all. And with that, I'm going to end this.